Morning everyone. You find me not in my usual habitat. I've picked up this lamp from a client. He's getting really annoyed with it because there's no switch on it. Look, all we got to do is add a switch on here 40 centimeters down. So I'm just going to get on with that first, and then we're going to go and get James. We're actually doing a shower install today at James's house. Bless him, he's been having baths for about 3 years. So we're going to go do a shower install at his house today. Ah, voila, one switchy. We've picked James up, but we're actually going into his house. So we've just been to Tool Station, believe it or not. Fair play. May as well jump out and show you what we've just picked up. Have you seen copper prices for cable at the minute? It's bloody ridiculous. We just picked up let's get rid of that. We just picked up this 10 meters, 50 meters. All I could get was 50 meters of 10 mil. The shower, James, what's the shower again? It's 11 kilowatt, isn't it? 11 kilowatt. Yeah. So it's about 45 amps. So we've gone with a 10 mil. And just to protect the cable, we can stick a 50 in there. Because obviously James is going to be in the shower for hours, being a young gentleman. We've got a split load board. We just picked up a 50, and we picked up one of these Crabtree. These are really nice. I love these because we're going to put a switch on the ceiling because it's easier. They're 50 amp rated Crabtree pull cord switch, made for 10 mil. Look, never had one of these fail yet, so at least James lives here and he can fix it if it does fail. So we'll go in, we will crack on. Right, we have got a Wilex split load board. We're going to stick him on one side of here. A lot of people say, why are you fitting a 50? It's 45 amps max load, and the cable's rated for greater than that. So we can protect the cable with a 50 amp for overload. We've got RCD protection because we're working in the bathroom. And the plumber, Tsunami Plumbing, has already been and done the shower. So it's a Triton T80. We've got a little void here that goes up into the loft. So we're going to stick a pull cord here, somewhere out the way. Don't know where yet. We'll ask James. And then the board is down there. We've got a cupboard here. There's not too many things in here. I don't want to see James. We're going to come up. The board's here, so he's going to have to move all this scrap out of the way. We're going to come up into the loft and then run over. But we will show you as we crack on, yeah? And just remember another thing, a shower isn't like a car charger where you've got like a 50 amp load on a car charger for like 7 hours. A shower might be 5 minutes, you know, so it's a small load. It's a big load for a short amount of time. Obviously a teenage lad, or a man. Are you a man, James? I think so. He's a man, I think he's a man. He might be in there a bit longer than 5 minutes, but you never know. So we'll get set up and then we'll have a look what we're going to be doing. Hello then. Hello. Right, while James is moving the cupboard and stuff for me, I'm just going to have a quick peek in here. Because we've got to get at the top and into the cupboard basically with a cable. Obviously these cables are going to be buried in the fabric, back entry in the cavity. So we won't be able to follow those, but hopefully we'll be able to drill a hole up. I've got a Super Rod's cavity master, so we can get into that floor without too much hassle. But yeah, it's a nice board actually. It's actually fairly neat. It's nice to see, isn't it? So yeah, as I said, they're buried in the back there, so we're gonna have to try and get out somehow. Probably go through that hole there maybe, or yeah, probably that one there. Go up through the coving, which is just the polystyrene stuff, and then up into the bedroom floor. So this is the cavity master that I picked up. Super Rod didn't send me this, unfortunately. I think it was about 50 quid. So it's predominantly for chipboard floors, yeah? You can sort of see there what the crack is. And they give you, I think the plates are horrendously overpriced. I might just get them made myself, but it's basically a hole cutter. I'll get it out. Jesus. Bloody hell. Yeah, it's basically a hole cutter that stops at a depth, and then it takes off the top layer of the board, and then they give you these massive, they're quite thick actually, look at them. That goes on top, and then what you can do, James, is get a magnet on there, take it up, and then hide stuff in the floor. So we're going to drill a hole there in that floor, and then bring it up in a trunking in the corner there. But we'll set you up on the time lapse and we'll do it now. Look at that. Bloody awesome that is. Takes out the piece of flooring. And then you just put your nice plate on there, look. You could silicone that on there if you wanted to. You could do whatever you wanted to, but look, it takes out a lovely piece of that floor, look. So, there's our fuse board and our cables, look. So we should be able to poke up through, like I thought, and then get the cable up, and then try and get it behind this wall. Oh, I see, you got the new, there's not normal joists in here, look. You got like a new buildy type joist, look, glue lammy beams, whatever they're called. Not glue lam, what are they called? Eye joist, that's it, an eye joist. So yeah, that is worth investing in. There's the little teeth on there, look, that cut the thing up. And that's where they are, look, the cables are in there. So we can get into there. We can get up behind this wall and hopefully bring up the cable this side in trunking. See that?
Nice.
Never use client supplied ladders. Right, look at this. This is the loft that should be a loft. Look, friggin' already done, James, for you. Isn't it? Yeah. Bloody lovely, mate. Right, so we should be coming up over this corner somewhere here. We then got to get under this flooring somehow. We could just fish it, I guess. We could fish it, clip where we can, fish along. Come along, that comes out here somewhere. What sort of rat's been living up here? What the heck is all that then?
I have no idea.
It's all been piled up, isn't it?
Yep.
Has it fell out the roof, do you think?
No idea.
No. Okay. Shower's below here, basically. So how did yeah, we're gonna have to move some of this because
yeah, there's no way of...
the shower's there, isn't it?
Yep.
It's behind there, so we've got to get our cable. Isolator's going to be here somewhere, which is fine because we can see that vent, can't we? That's outside the bathroom, isn't it?
Outside, yeah. So the door must just be there.
Yeah. So just here is going to be our isolator, and then we've got to get over to the shower. Fish down the back of the wall there, but yeah, it's all right. It's a nice loft. We haven't got to move any of this. We'll just fish underneath with the rods, but we've got to move some of this, yeah.
Yep.
Okie dokie. Right, what we're going to do is save trying to go there because we've got a joist just there. Look, we're going to actually come up here with a cable, I'll drill down, we'll multi-tool this out, so we'll mark the trunk in here, we'll multi-tool it out so it sits flush with the wall, and the trunking will then be 5 inches off this corner, because again we've got a joist right up in the corner there which we don't want to hit, so come out 5 inches, we should be clear, and then we can go straight up and push the cable along in the loft. So I'll multi-tool this out first. I've got some new blades, so it should be fairly easy to do. Right, there's our nice hole now. Nice hole, nice route for our trunking. We're going to drill straight back down through that bit of wood. We can get our 10mm up, then we get our trunking in. I'm not worried about premature collapse in this cupboard because it's a cupboard right against the wall. It's never going to cause any problems for anyone. We'll get the cable in, we'll get it over, and then we'll poke out the isolator first. Okie dokie, got my hole drilled through the floor. Go straight through that wood, got a piece of trunking in. I'm just going to drill our hole up there, get a cable through. We'll feed from here. We'll get what we want. We'll leave the drum here. James can ravel the drum off here, and then we'll poke the last bit down, cut it, and just poke it down. Save poking this, you know, not 30 metres, well 20 metres through a little tiny hole. Just put the last metre through the hole to the board. Right, James is going to shut the dog up. See how that cable fits in there, like I said to you. Look, fits in there nice. So, James is going to poke this up to me in the loft. I've just sorted our route out. I'll show you it. Because this house is like a house that could be a 3-storey house. They've put really annoying timbers in the way. So the route I wanted to take, we couldn't go without having to take all this floor up basically. So along here, there's timbers because the stairs could come up here if you wanted to convert this loft. So you'll see what we've done. We've found out, well, the double stringer for the stairs, that one there is empty all the way through. And it comes out here, look, pretty much where our pull cord's going to be, to be fair. So we're just going to fish it through here, and then it's out of the way. If anyone ever did the stairs, it's out of the line of the stairs, in case it'd never affect any future building plans. So he's going to come up there, where he is, along there with that lighting cable, and then he's going to run down that double stringer there. Well, as you can see, our cable's still snaked because we're still just getting it in basically. He runs down there, and he comes along here, look, he pokes out there. And as you can see, I've just poked my screwdriver up. That's where the pull cord's going to go downstairs. So this cable will run directly in to where that is. And then we'll push the remaining cable, so our load side out, along. And then we've got the fun job of moving this crap out the way and getting our cable down the back of that shower. So this is the Crabtree switch, as you can see. They're actually a really nice switch. So that is your neon, which bears down onto here. And then you've got your in and out basically. And it's made for 10mm cable. You basically bring it back entry, loop them out, make it off and loop them over. And then you've got no chance of the stuff coming loose. It's just really good. Just spend a bit extra, 15 quid rather than £3.99 lap from Screwfix, yeah? You haven't got to put a pattress on. It's all done for you. It's just really good quality. That feels good, doesn't it? It's really nice quality, to be fair. So we're going to put that up there where that screwdriver is. He's in line. He just falls within. But we're going to leave this really short anyway, because you don't really need to turn these on and off. It's just paranoid, like sort of old ladies do, but it's only for maintenance, really. So we're going to put him there. But what I'll do is I'll make sure I get it around the right way. So my in cable's this side, and then my load side goes out, and it's going to run towards the shower, basically. Right, 2 holes are drilled, one for the feed side, one for the load. James is going to get me some 10mm clips. I'm now going to go up in the loft, poke the cable down to the relevant holes, and then once I've clipped it back, we'll cut the feed off, and we'll use the load cable, we'll poke it up here. So that's it basically. Look, fairly simple. And I'm not going to be able to get any clips in here, but I have taken out most of the insulation, so it'll be sat on top in that little groove there basically. That's the feed side, and then he's going to get me some clips. I'll push the slack back to him, and then we'll cut it off long enough to the board. As I say, use the end of that cable up the other end. Right, we're isolated to the top of the switch. So you can see I managed to poke a little hole. This is a dot and dab wall, so there's about a 10mm, 15mm gap to the brick. We managed to push it down, and this is when you need 2 of you, because I wouldn't have been able to do this on my own. It would have been impossible, because it would have just keep getting snagged and stuff. So we've now got our cable in. We've now got our cable into the shower. Isolator basically comes down inside the cupboard, just like that, nice and neat, and he runs over, drops straight down the wall there, look. So you can lid that, James.
Yeah.
Cut that, lid that, put that on, sort your cupboard out, whatever you're going to do.
Yeah.
Do you want to glue that on or not? Do you want to just leave it flat?
Glue on, I think.
We'll glue it, okay, we'll glue that on then. We've then got our feed cable into our new switch, and we just now got the nice task of getting over to the shower somehow. So Plumsky's done that, but that's obviously no good for us, but there is a nice void, look. So we need to come in, drill another hole here, because this is where our cable entry needs to come up and then run into there. So what I've done there is drill some holes. I've used a standard masonry bit off of hammer. Just go off of hammer, drill him through, And then what I'll do is I'll break that bit of tile out, break the plasterboard off the back, bring our cable up and in. So you've got a drip loop on the cable, and then we'll fill this hole up with some silicone sealant. Exactly. Right, there's our pull cord. So, and also get the live and neutral around the right way, and you don't have to cross them over. So I've clipped him up here because if you look there, we got the centre light for the bathroom. I want to keep the cable off and over. I've clipped him up there. He runs over there and he runs down that little void there. I had to crawl in there, make an hole, and we've managed to pull him out of the shower. So we'll go back down to the shower and we'll just show you that now. Right, look, see, we've got our 2 feeds in now, not our 2 feeds, our feed and our load, and then we've pulled it out of the plumber's hole. We're going to reroute it and get it in our hole, but we've got enough room to do it here. And then this is the crab tree that I'm just saying, get your, look, your live and neutral around the correct way on the ceiling, and then you haven't got to bend them out the switch and over in the wrong orientation, so they come out neutral on that side. Got that minute, mate? Take that. Neutral that side, and then neutral the same side, yeah, so they just correspond left and right, whichever way you're going to do it. So that's that done. Effectively now, all we've got to do is get the MCB in the board. James has done the trunk in. Have you done that?
I'll put it up and put it now.
Oh, he's cut it. He's cut the trunk in. Nice, yeah. We just got to do a little bit of blobbing around that trunk in, get that lidded, and then we've just got to make the shower off, do our testing, and then we're going to test the shower out. Right, cable's connected in. We are going to splodge this when James comes back from the van. Just a little tip, leave your earth super long, so if they do pull out, your earth's always connected. I know this isn't very relevant for this because it's like a plastic shower, but it's good for like metal light fittings and stuff, because the earth could pull out, then that live could touch the side of it, and then it could become live. So as long as this is still connected, because this is longer, this shouldn't pull out. It will be the last cable to pull out effectively, so it'll be connected still. So earthing down the appliance as such. So leave them longer. What else was I going to say? Don't know. A lot of people have been putting ferrule crimps on these, but ferrule crimps are only for multi-stranded cables like flex, not solid core cables. Yeah, you don't need to put a ferrule on a solid core cable. Ricky, I stood my bottle too close to my active filer, and it's got some sort of growth on it now. I'm just second fixing this switch. Look, this is how easy they go up once you've got the cables in the right place, yeah? You ain't got to squash no cables in the back of an horrible face, you know, a surface box. Screw that up and make it off. It's really easy. We might have to put some whirly wigs behind this, little whirly pigs, and we're going to shorten this cord right up because it's not going to be used as a pull cord. As I say, it's only for people that want to isolate the shower, but you shouldn't need to isolate a shower. It's only for maintenance purposes, really. What's he doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What socks have you got on, dog? Huh? What socks? What socks you got on then? Don't get me soundage, boy. Right, you'll see now why I said get these cables around the right way. So all we're going to do now, because you've got a bit of depth in these lids, look. You can loop. You can do a loop of the loop. So all we do is bend that round, fold him in, loops over and goes into the terminal, da-da-da, da-da-da, and then you've got enough room. I've got enough room to come around here still, make it off. Obviously, if you used to make this off closer, you probably want to mount the switch this way so you can get to the 2 screws, but as I've left 6 or 7 inches, I can still get a nice screwdriver in there. So yeah, nice, really nice switches, and they take away a lot of the hassle of squashing 10mm into a back box. Especially a 50mm, because you still struggle with a 50mm. I don't care what it says, you still struggle with a 50mm back box, and you end up pushing the cable back into the ceiling. Whereas this, look, insulation. Right, there we go. Now these are tight. That's done now. On a normal switch, you then have you'd be connected in it, and then you'd have to squash it back. But because that's all done now and it's tight, there's no reason why these connections should become loose. Obviously, maintenance, they do come loose, but now this is connected. We just push this little what are you doing, James? What are you asking about? Push him up. Look, neons, it's self-explanatory. Neons go one side, and the and that little cutout goes the other side, look, and that's it then, look, and then you're not loosening the cables at all, okay? Take that, mate. I'll screw these up quick. What, they're flat, aren't they? They're a flat.
Yes.
And there we go, it's got a nice little off indicator there, and then that neon will be on and off.
Is it side button for no top button?
Okay, so got to make a decision now where I'm going to stick my B50. So if we look at the board, both RCDs are 80 amp, okay. So on here we've already got a cooker and a ring circuit immersion and up lights. So I'm going to go for this one on the left. We're going to stick him in there because we've got 80 amp. All we've got on here is a 32 amp sockets rest of house, so no load on them whatsoever, and down lights and a smoke detector, so no load on those whatsoever. So we can bang the 50 on there, and there's no chance of us ever overloading that 80 amp main switch. Right, I've stripped off. I haven't stripped off. I've stripped off ready to get in the shower, James. I've stripped the cable off. I've linked out the R1 and R2. I'm just going to go and do a reading up here. And then that's also a good way of indicating the switch is doing what it's meant to be doing. What are you doing then, mate? Huh? Go on then. Go on, doggy. Right. Continuity. Cool. What is that switch on? What? You might have to pull that switch, James. I might have to. Filming's on point as usual. Good. Yeah, press the switch a minute on there, mate. You want to take the camera actually? Yeah, take the camera.
That's easier.
There you go, that's easier, isn't it? Right. Right, pull the switch on the new pull cord. Your film is as good as mine.
Yeah.
No, hold the string at the top. It's a diddle. Right, 0.10. That's our R1, R2 for that circuit.
Yeah, pull it off.
Yeah, turn it off. Oh, he's junior special. It's a little tip there, put that in the frigging bath. I've been soaked a couple of times. Right, go on, mate. Put that, put the RCDs on.
Yeah.
They all on?
Yeah.
And then put the 50 on.
50 on already.
Put the 50 on the left.
It's already on.
It's on, yeah? Yeah, we got a light. We got a light on our shower, James. So come back up, mate. I just need a cameraman, but I can't afford to pay a proper one, so I have to use you. We're doing Earth Loop here, and then we'll do some RCDs. Yeah, we know. What have we got? 0.43, and we had 0.10, so we should have a. It should be a bit lower than that, shouldn't it? Yeah. Alright. I'll go down. Actually, if you go down, you can reset. We'll turn this off now. We'll turn these guys off. You go down, reset RCD, and then we'll do some readings at the board, mate.
Yeah.
You've got a loud toilet. Right, where's the... Look at that. It's like a spaceship taking off. Where's the shower head, mate?
I haven't seen one.
Is it in the box? Right. Don't forget to get your neon in the right place. So if you look at this, you want the light to be on the switch. So that needs to sit in there, like that. Get these in, make sure they're in the right place, which they are. And then put the screws in. Where do you put them screws, mate?
These ones.
Yes. One. Oh, he's missing a thing. Is he? Yeah, that's...
What?
Tsunami's put that on. He's missing 2 bits. They're in the box.
These bits.
Too white. That's it.
What's he done?
Well, you didn't put them in, so the water's just going to come straight in the top and fill the shower up. Oh, plumskis, eh? Bloody plumbers. That's it. We've got to take this top of the shower off now and get them slid in. What are you doing, sniffing the camera, doggy? Oi, oi, oi. Yeah, give us those, bloody plumbers, eh? Tsunami, if you're watching, what's going on? Bloody hell. You feel it because you can wash showers, it'd have just gone straight into the...
Yeah.
Where else he screwed it then? Right, let's have a look, mate. What you got? I bet he went, I don't know what they're for. One. That would have gone straight in like that. That would have gone straight in the top and then filled his hole up.
Yeah.
In that cavity there, look.
That's not ideal.
That's not ideal, mate. I shall bring him up. Dog's panting very...
Anything you want to hear?
That'll be on the camera.
Yeah.
It's not me, it's the dog. It's the dog panting away. Right. Yeah?
Yeah.
Not doing any more than that, that's where he's put it. So, they're in now, that's good. John. Tsunami, shall I say? Tsunami plum. As I was saying, that's got to go in there. Get this in. Was it Saturday you did it?
No, it wasn't actually.
Oh,
It was a midweek thing.
normally it's a Saturday run job, isn't it? Saturday run. Well, at least he hasn't wired it up, because that's what normal plumbers do. Yeah, at least he's got the thing to get an electrician in.
Yes.
Normal plumbers put it on a plug top and plug it into the wall. Be alright, my love. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Right. And then they take the fuse out of the plug and put a bit of tin foil in it.
Yes.
And they've had their sandwiches. Allegedly.
Yes.
That's dirty, isn't it? Right, where's the we'll turn it on first, we'll get it purged through before we put any heat on it, yeah? So I don't know if he's purged this or not.
No idea.
So it's on cold, he's got it on cold, right. Put the switch on again from the top.
For this first.
No, I want to purge it through.
Ready?
Yeah, right. Let it fill up. We've got a bit of water, James.
Always good.
Get rid of that now. Get that out of the bath. Okay. We've got water. So turn it off again. That goes in there, look. That goes on there. And then we see we get some heat. Got quite a good pressure actually, mate.
That's good.
So, one. That's nice. And then there's the heat. It's warm, but it's not. Oh, that's freezing cold. Oh, I see. That's warmer, is it? Is it? There we go. That's it. want the pressure to die too much, because when it's only got a little canister in it, yeah, that warms up. Warming up. And if we whack it on 2, what happens? That'll probably drop a bit more. That's lovely now. Yeah?
Yeah.
That's probably too hot now. So leave it on 2. Probably go regulate it there. Feel that.
Oh yeah.
Alright, isn't it?
Yeah.
That'll be alright for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Beautiful. So leave that on 2, and then further around that way is really hot, and then further that way is cold.
So turn this downwards. Hot.
So if it's too hot, go backwards, go anti-clockwise,
Okay.
yeah?
Yeah.
And then you're probably going to want that.
Yeah, right at the top.
You can sort that out.
Yes.
Obviously I've got to test it out in a minute anyway, so.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, as is tradition, I've been to the van, got my towel, so James isn't getting the first try of this one. So if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, bye bye.